deadly Amtrak derailment. Service between New York and Philadelphia resumed this morning. CBS 2's Emily Smith live at Penn Station now with passengers' take on things. Emily?
Good evening, Maurice. Just moments ago, the NTSB confirms that the FBI has concluded its investigation into the windshield of the train. They have ruled out that a firearm hit the windshield. Shane Brody traveled to New York this morning on the first train since the crash. Tonight, he's heading back to Philly.
A little bit nervous jumping on the first train, but everything was great.
The train from Philadelphia arrived about a half hour late this morning. An Amtrak spokesperson says that's because the train's engineer traveled especially slow around the bend where last week's derailment occurred.
I'm sad for all those people, but I'm not nervous for myself.
Investigators continue trying to pinpoint what caused the tragic incident. Reports surrounding an object being thrown at the windshield are being vetted. A law enforcement source tells us FBI forensic experts are examining the windshield looking for possible embedded material. This move comes at the request of the NTSB, downplaying the theory here.
Looks like something about the size of a grapefruit, if you will, and it did not even penetrate the entire windshield.
The train had been traveling 106 miles an hour, more than double the speed limit, when engineer Brandon Bostian lost control. Amtrak has been working on installing a system that would have automatically applied the brakes when the train began speeding. The system had been in place on the southbound tracks, but not the northbound stretch where the crash happened. It's a backup system required by the Federal Railroad Administration that must be installed by the end of the year. Amtrak spokespeople say low ridership this morning could be blamed on schedule confusion. Amtrak initially announced service would resume Tuesday. Some passengers took notice, saying more than half of the train sat empty.
It was a little bit light, not as many folks on the train this morning, but in my opinion, everything was great.
And that seems to be the opinion of everybody. Everyone I spoke with was taking it in stride, and they said they still believe that a train is among the safest forms of transportation. We are live from Penn Station. Emily Smith, CBS 2 News.
Emily, thank you. Final farewells today for 3 of those who died in last week's derailment. Loved ones filled St. Anastasia Roman Catholic Church in Little Neck, Queens this morning to remember Laura Finamore. Family and friends say the 47-year-old real estate executive could light up a room with her smile. Finamore is survived by her parents, 3 brothers, and 7 nieces and nephews. A solemn ceremony as well in Holmdel, New Jersey, to remember Bob Gildersleeve at the Roman Catholic Church of St. Catherine. Gildersleeve, an executive at a food safety company, leaves behind a wife and 2 teenage children. Rachel Jacobs, who lived in Manhattan, was also laid to rest today. Her service took place in suburban Detroit.